Hi guys, this is the week 7 homework solution for the turtle race. Here you're going to be having three turtles that move at random speeds, and whichever one wins will be declared the winner in this box over here. And we're going to be using lists to do this. And so just going line by line, first you need to import turtle and random, and then you set up the screen. And the screen, you just assign it to a variable and then make it some color you want. It could be anything. Here it's just white, and then you create where you want the finish line to be. And so this is just a random point on the board. It could be anywhere you want. It could be more than this, it could be less. And then we're going to draw the starting and finish lines. So the start line, you also set that to a variable. And then you pen up so you're not drawing on the board. You go to the start line at 100 and then pen down to start drawing. And then set heading is turning the turtle in whatever direction you want it to face, and then forward to draw, pen up, and then you go to the finish line. And here you can label it as finish line, align center. It just means it's aligned in the center of the line. And font size can be whatever you want. Right now it's Arial, size 16, and then bolded. Next, we're going to create a list to store all of our racing turtles. And first, we need to create a turtle for cloning, and that's basically just creating a turtle, assigning it to some variable. Here it's main turtle. You want to make sure your variables, when you're looking back, like you know what they are. And so main turtle and the shape of a turtle, pen up so it's not drawing anywhere, and then speed is just the fastest speed that it can go. It could be any speed you want, but fastest just makes the race go by quicker. And then here you clone it. So for I in range 3, so it just iterates through this for loop 3 different times, and it will make a clone. Choose a random color of it out of red, blue, green, yellow, purple, orange, and then it will create a starting point for it based on the index. So each of them will be far apart. So it'd be like 1 times 50, and then 150 minus that is 100 is one of the starting points. And then we'll just go down from that. And then it adds the turtle to this list of turtles with a dot append. Okay. And then you're gonna initialize each position of the turtle using the start line variables and creating another list with all of them. And it's just start line 3 times because they're all in the same spot. And then to start the race, it's going to be put in a while loop, but first we have a Boolean for race on to make sure that it will keep going as long as no one has won yet. And so this is for I in range 5, in range 3, sorry. And so this just iterates through each turtle, and it will create a random amount of length that it will go forward from 1 to 10. And then for I, we use indexing here. So for positions I, so this would be the first one would be 0. It'd use the first turtle here, and it'd be plus equals whatever this random number was for step. And then the turtle would move forward. Or well, the position, that's how that position would update um to this. And then it would also move it forward here. And then afterwards it checks if the position at that part, so start line will now be equal to whatever the new position is. And it checks if that is greater than or equal to where the finish line is. And the reason why it's not just like equal to is because it's like a random number, it could go over, like if it's at 199, it could be like a random step of 2, so it would be 201. And so the turtle would still win. So you'd have to make sure that you have that greater than or equal to rather than just equals to. And so that just asks if like it won, and it will just change the color to black at the end. And once it does, it changes. You have to make sure you change race onto false so it's not an infinite while loop. And then it prints out turtle, blank number wins, and then it ends that. And that's the homework for this week. And if you want to check it out, the link to this trinket is in the description.